All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're looking at a tool with a seriously bold name that, just might live up to the hype. Google Antigravity. And get this, it's being pitched not as just another coding assistant, but as your own personal, autonomous AI development team. And that, of course, brings up a massive question, one that's really at the heart of what we're talking about today. Is the very act of writing software as we know it about to be turned completely on its head? Let's find out. So first up, let's ground ourselves in a problem every single developer out there knows all too well, the coding grind. Because let's be honest, even with all our fancy new tools, building and maintaining software is still just really hard. Yeah, I'm sure this slide looks painfully familiar to a lot of you. We're constantly juggling a million different tools, going through these slow, manual debugging cycles, and writing the same boilerplate code over and over again. And the thing is, even our current AI assistants don't really solve these core issues. They help, sure, but that fundamental day-to-day grind, it's still there. Okay, so this is where anti-gravity really steps into the spotlight. It's not just another tool in the toolbox. It's proposing a completely new way of thinking about building software. You gotta think less co-pilot and way more autonomous team. So what is it exactly? Well, anti-gravity is this unified AI development environment where you have multiple specialized AI agents, and they all work together in parallel to handle the whole shebang, writing code, debugging, even design. And this slide just perfectly lays out the key difference. The old way, the stuff we're used to like Copilot, gives you a single assistant. It's great, but it works sequentially, right? One suggestion at a time. The new way, the anti-gravity approach, gives you a whole team of specialists, all tackling different parts of the problem at the very same time. And here they are, the members of your new AI team. You've got your creative types, like the code, UI, and image agents. But what's really crucial is you also have these analytical agents, like the debug agent and the browser agent, that work hand in hand to find and squash bugs. Each one is a specialist in its own right. So how in the world does this all actually work together? Let's get into what makes anti-gravity tick, because the tech that makes this AI dev team a reality is where things get really, really interesting. The first big ingredient in that secret sauce is parallelism. So instead of one AI chugging along step by step, you've got a whole team firing on all cylinders at once. Just picture it. The code agent is building a brand new feature while the test agent is simultaneously running checks on the existing code. It's this coordinated, parallel work that gives you that massive speed boost. But there's another piece to this puzzle, and frankly, it's a huge one. For years, pretty much all of our AI coding tools have been fundamentally blind. I mean, they could read your source files, right? They'd look at the text on the screen and make a really educated guess about what the application was doing or why it was broken. But it was always just a guess based on static code. But now, anti-gravity can actually see your app. I'm going to say that again. It can see it. This is the game changer. It's no longer just guessing based on code. It's actively observing the live running application. And how does it pull this off? Well, it's all thanks to the browser agent. Using the Chrome Remote Debugging Protocol, this agent can actually launch your app, read the live DOM to pinpoint broken elements, capture every single console log and network error, and even replay user actions to reliably reproduce bugs. It literally has eyes on the final product. Okay, so we've talked a lot about the theory. Now, let's see how all these amazing features come together in a real-world scenario, basically compressing what would be hours of work into just a few minutes. So imagine this. You give it a simple prompt, like, build me a restaurant website. Okay, boom. Anti-gravity scaffolds the project. The code agent gets to work building the pages. The image agent starts generating a logo and photos of food. Then, the browser agent fires up the app. And if it spots an error, the debug agent jumps in, reads the logs, and fixes the code automatically. Then, the UI agent tidies up the CSS. And to finish, the whole system cleans everything up. It's a completely seamless end-to-end workflow. Okay, I know, that all sounds absolutely incredible, but we need to take a step back and ground this in reality. No tool is perfect, especially one this new and ambitious. So let's take a really balanced look at the promise versus the reality of anti-gravity as it stands today. So the strengths, they're pretty undeniable. That deep system integration is a massive leap forward. It can access the file system, the browser, the network. That allows for true, full-stack debugging all the way from the UI down to the API. We're talking about real automation here, not just code suggestions. And the fact that it can run on device means it's super fast and keeps your data private.
But on the flip side, there are definitely weaknesses. Sometimes the agents can kind of step on each other's toes and overwrite work. The whole system is a resource hog, for sure. It's not really ready for those giant enterprise-level code bases, and it just doesn't have the mature plugin ecosystem we're all used to in editors like VS Code. And yep, it can still hallucinate and spit out some flawed code, especially for really complex tasks.
So keeping that balanced view in mind, let's zoom all the way out. What does a tool like Antigravity really signal for the future of development? I mean, where is all of this headed? I think this slide just nails it. For the last few years, we've been in this AI-assisted era. The AI is our co-pilot. It gives us suggestions, but we're still the ones in the driver's seat. Antigravity is pointing us towards an AI-driven future, one where the AI is your autonomous team. It's doing the driving, and our role shifts to becoming the director. And that leaves us with one last really big question to chew on. If your development environment becomes the entire team, the coder, the designer, the tester, and the debugger all in one, then what's the new role of the human developer? What do we become when our job isn't so much to write the code anymore, but to direct the team that does?